charge him an outlet. Charge to the game like it's credit. Your team crowd need to edit. Yeah, I see face, look at it. Hold up, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back.
And nothing. Sure can. All right, DA, thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Conley against Rubio. Launches it. They get it back. Ayton. Here's Bridges. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Ingles with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Conley gets the bucket. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even bragged to himself he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Mitchell, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Ayton.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Rubio against Conley. And it's Rubio penetrating, banked in off the glass. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
So it's Phoenix now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Booker looking around. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. Johnson gets the bucket.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Not only fighting on the boards, he's converting, and not just on the putback. It's been a great start for him.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Johnson finds Baines. For 3, Bridges. O'Neal with the rebound. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that's now 7 points for Donovan Mitchell. Conley against Rubio. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. To the middle, here's Johnson. Gobert pulls it in.
Well, the D's so tight on him and makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Rubio following the bucket by the Jazz. Pass to Bridges. Back to Rubio. Phoenix no good that time either. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Mitchell kicks to O'Neal. Utah the rebound.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker with no one around buries the long-range jumper.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
Mitchell finds Ingles. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ingles has got 8 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here's Booker from the arc. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And it's 6 points for Devin Booker.
Just a great job of Booker, able to understand the timing and the quick trigger that time.
Donovan Mitchell firing up. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in
the ups and downs of injuries and
great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Moutier, and it's Niang in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Moutier, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9-point game his last outing. And it's Davis missing. It's tipped. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Jerome, defended by Moutier. Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Here's Jerome. And the shot is good. Jerome's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Davis finds Moutier. He goes up again, and here's Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Davis over Saric, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in, and the Suns making a change here as well. Ricky Rubio checked in for Carter. A nice shot by Booker.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Takes it from 10. That one off the back iron and out.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
This one for three. Here's Kaminsky. And another shot. Here's the three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Another miss by Utah.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
With three, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. Utah has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rejected by Booker. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bridges kicks to Kaminsky. Kicks it out to Rubio. The pass to Bridges. Over O'Neal. Up again. The rebound by the Jazz. Back to Kaminsky. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And a close game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 9 points and 2 assists. And Kenny, what you see out there from... And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the three. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take it. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. Third is Ricky Rubio.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Booker outside. for the tie. No good on the shot. Good D by Mitchell. Back to O'Neal from downtown. Cans it from downtown. And it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Rubio dishes to Booker. To the wing on the left. Bridges with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. The Suns need to get a shot off, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at that Lakers matchup, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Booker pass to Ayton to halt the run, and they pick up 2. Ayton's got his first 2 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Ingles passes to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. Over Johnson. The shape. And Ingles finishes inside. Ingles has got 10 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
On the wing, Booker, covered by Mitchell. Booker outside. Fires the 3. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Conley. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Outside Conley. Baseline try. That shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Booker against Mitchell. Johnson kicks to Booker. Got a piece of it. Takes it from 10. Ayton, the pass to Johnson. For 3. Booker. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Ingles. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Utah, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Shooting for Utah, George Niang.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Carter. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. The feed to Moutier. Kicks it to Gobert. Back to Moutier. Up in time. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Emmanuel Moutier. Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the small forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. Gobert can't hit.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Carter kicks to Baines. It's stolen by Gobert. Davis, the pass to Niang. He can't get that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. To the inside. A shot by Johnson, no good. Jazz leading by 12. Pass to Niang. Nice shot by Gobert.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And that one, good. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that 3-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and 2-point play, almost so much as the 3-point shot and the 2-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Moutier pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Passes it to Johnson. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Baines. Can't hit that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. To the paint. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Ed Davis. And Phoenix also making a switch. Booker's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Clarkson. Booker pulls it in. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. A different look for Utah. O'Neal's checked in for George Niang. Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. And then for Phoenix, Andre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Bridges comes in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Booker finds Rubio. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. Now Conley. Down low. Here's Gobert. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
1:30 left here in the 4th quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Shoots. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Jazz lead by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Utah.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Rudy Gobert.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Offensive rebound, Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gobert. Nice move and foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to...
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments.
Up next, the DA.
Well, guys,
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson, and it's Ayton in at center. Now here's Rubio. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Moving it up. And Dort gets it to go.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Now Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots.
5 to shoot. High post try. Offensive rebound. Ayton. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Booker. Here's Adams. Pass to Gallinari. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly. Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Now here's Booker following the shot by Chris Paul. Poked loose. Bridges passes to Booker. He can't hit that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. Paul looking around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. Shakes over Rubio. The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish.
Now here's Rubio. From outside the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Thunder leading by 5. Dort passes to Gallinari. Paul outside. Here's Dort. Paul outside. Over Booker. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Rubio against Paul. And Rubio kicks to Bridges. On the pass to Ayton. Here's Rubio, and Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Sharch checked in for the Suns. Carter comes in for Ricky Rubio. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. Now Adams, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Both teams deciding to change it up. 27 seconds left to play in the first. Carter outside. Passes to Jerome. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Out to the right wing. Schroeder outside. 3 seconds left. That shot is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Thunder. Chris Paul talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Frank Kaminsky is out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Out to Carter. Just 3 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 7.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Now here's Noel. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. For Kaminsky, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebounder.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Diallo. Carter with it, defended by Robertson. Now here is Carter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Suns need to get a shot off. Kaminsky, the pass to Baines. And that one hits back iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Inside, here's Baines, and he's fouled pretty hard on the... And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Here's Schroeder. Here's Noel. Kicks to Muscala. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And the basket by Kaminsky. Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
The Thunder leading by 13. And Noel kicks to Robertson. To the middle. And Noel throws it down.
At his size, you simply cannot give up that kind of deep positioning to Nerlens Noel.
Here's Jerome. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Schroeder. Knocks down the 10-footer. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Kaminsky. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Now here's Robertson, defended by Carter. Pass to Jerome. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Baines.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Ferguson's shot is good.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
And so it's Oklahoma City sitting with a comfortable lead, up by. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able. And that's.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo on front. Gilgeous Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. The shot from the low post is good. Paul's got 8 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Adams outside. Here's Dort. Kept alive.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Suns trail by 12. Rubio outside. Johnson left side. Booker outside. Back to Johnson. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it out to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. The tray. Bridges with the board. Suns have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Dort. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dort's got 5.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Ayton attacking. That's it, and the Oklahoma City leaders got down to 11 on the bucket from Johnson. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
His name is Chris.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 13.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Rubio, the pass to Bridges. Back to Rubio. Booker outside. From past the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
To the left wing. Fires from the corner, and it's Paul missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Booker, the pass to Bridges. Good, and a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And right there, you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Here's Paul. Here's Adams. Kicks it out to Paul. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Johnson.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
Rubio dishes to Johnson. Here's Ayton. Adams, some nice D. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Carter out there with Devin Booker. And it's Baines in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Booker left side. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. Takes the 13-footer. He's off on that one. Now the Suns take it the other way.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're leading by 8. Back to Robertson. Fires from deep. Bridges with the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Booker outside. Over Diallo. Here's Baines. Misses off the right iron. The Thunder leading by 8. To the inside, all alone, and Adams with the slam.
How about the mobility for a 7-footer that Steven Adams has? Just outstanding sprinting the floor.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Carter comes in with the double team. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 12-point Oklahoma City lead. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick, he is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Carter, the pass to Booker. From deep. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Back to Baines. Shoots over Adams. Phoenix no good that time either. The Thunder leading by 15. Diallo finds Adams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul.
Yeah, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. The Thunder also changing it up. Gallinari, he's checked in for Adams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Andre Robertson.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steven Adams.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Bridges. Again, the Thunder score.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Thunder.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it over to Schroeder. Shoots over Rubio. And it's Schroeder missing. Schroeder against Rubio. Saric right side. Pass to Booker. There's the 3. It's good.
Well, the mechanically sound shooting form of Devin Booker on display.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an...
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake. And we've got, well, the right DA, a big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. They get it again. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it goes down 2 points. Dort's got his second basket.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
It's stolen by Adams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. It's good. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Gallinari against Ingles. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Michael Conley picks one up. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Shot clock at 6 to end the run, and Adams sends it back. Here's Dort. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. He feeds it to Gallinari. It's stolen by Ingles. Here's O'Neal. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries it from 3-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
So it's the Thunder now, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Dort. Can't hit from 12. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Still without a basket in the game. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mitchell. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win. And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Here's Ferguson. Makes it off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Conley, the pass to Niang. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closely. Moutier dishes to Davis. Over Noel. Moutier. Rebound by Muscala. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Ferguson, the pass to Diallo. And Noel throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Diallo, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Niang. And the layup is good.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
It's stolen by Muscala. And so it's Oklahoma City finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right at...
Very lucky to have a coach like that. He really...
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
Stay there.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Clarkson. Davis is out there with Gobert. Then it's Moutier, and it's Niang in at the 3, the small forward. Count that one.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
There's the feed to Gobert. It's stolen by Schroeder. To the paint. Here's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Trying to find Schroeder, gets it to him. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Schroeder's got his first basket of the night. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Now, here's Robertson. He's covered by Clarkson. Count it.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads. I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Schroeder against Moutier. Schroeder with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
Gobert can't hit, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Offensive rebound. And Adams kicks to Robertson. Second shot opportunity. The putback. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Now, here is O'Neal. He's covered closely. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Paul. And the shot goes in. Let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes, or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his first points of the game.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Clarkson, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Diallo's checked in, and Utah with a change here, too. Conley's checked in. Pass to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Gallinari against Ingles. Mitchell dishes to Conley. Passes it to O'Neal. At the elbow, it's Mitchell. The pass to Conley. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. He had stolen by Ingles. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
I like Gobert's attack mentality around the rim. You can tell he loves to throw it down.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets it go from 11, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Out to the wing. Conley inside the line. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. From the get-go, it was Oklahoma City who came out strong. Some lights-out offense and defense. And that should...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Thunder leading by 17.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, beyond the production, Mitchell gives this team energy, spirit. They ride off his adrenaline.
And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
And now Utah, fast break. Conley left side. Mitchell outside. Takes the 3. That shot misses. And the Thunder going the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Down low. Ingles passes to Gobert. Gallinari with the steal. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. Moutier comes in for Michael Conley. Pass to Gobert. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Noel. Ferguson for three. Noel. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz trail by 19. Niang picks to Moutier. To the inside. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Back to Moutier. Now, here is O'Neal. Not a lot of room. Pass to Niang. Over Muscala. Another miss by Utah.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
George offline with his three.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that. There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Noel passes to Dort. Schroeder looking around. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school. 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title. And then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Utah also making a switch. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Now, here's Robertson. Covered by Mitchell. The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
That one is off. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Schroeder against Moutier. Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Up and in on the layup. Schroeder's got 4 this quarter.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The 2 things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Gallinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Andre Robertson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And Davis gets it to go.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Paul against Conley. And it's Paul missing. Passes it to Ingles. Here's Niang. And here's Conley outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 17.
Done a great job moving the ball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. 17-point game. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Conley. Davis is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. That one good for 2.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Conley kicks to Clarkson. Feeds to Davis. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Adams wide open. Drills the 3-pointer. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. A proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 21.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Ingles finds Conley. The rejection by Paul.
And I'll tell you, Chris Paul is sneaky this way. He has great timing.
Diallo no good. Jazz trail by 21. Clarkson passes to Ingles, and he banks in the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Out to the right wing. Conley against Paul. And there's the pass to Gallinari. Over Ingles. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got 4 points this quarter.
Even though Gallinari's not a high flyer, his height helps from mid-range.
Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Noel against Gobert. Beyond the arc. And it's Noel missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Shoots the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul against Mitchell. Here's Ingles. And the rejection by Noel.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Thunder.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steven Adams.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Mitchell got a hand on it. Now here's Robertson, covered by Mitchell. Shooter kicks to Robertson. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Schroeder outside, fires from the wing. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
It's stolen. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right.
Moments away at... Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation. Hey, Dave. He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Gobert can't hit. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Pushing it up. Kicks it out to Rubio. Booker with no one around. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. Rebound, Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Conley with a wide open look. No good from outside. Booker outside.
Hey, get Rubio!
Rubio taking his time here. That's tipped. Here's Conley, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Kev, I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight. His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Rubio finds Johnson. Ayton wide open. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
I do love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
Now here's Gobert. Had a tough time getting going against the Thunder. He was a non-factor in that game.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Booker the pass to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
For Utah, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the three-pointer by Utah. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And, guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
Jazz passing it around, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton, and it's Saric in for Johnson.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
It's deflected. Booker with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Baines. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Conley against Rubio, and there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Michael Conley. Mudiay, no good. Suns leading by 5. Carter looking around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Jerome passes to Kaminsky. To the paint. Here's Jerome, defended by Mudiay. Here's Baines. Offline from the top of the key.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Phoenix ahead, leading by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and you know, people didn't really believe in our team a few years ago. They were kind of, you know, laughing at us. When I say I want to win a championship, people are laughing. But I believe that we're going to win a championship.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Suns, Dario Saric is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. We combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And all of those guys,
right?
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, if we talked about their physical nature and stature, I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
Here's Gobert. Sweet move. Trying to get open as Davis. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Rudy Gobert. Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. Stolen by Clarkson. Outside, Davis. Over Kaminsky. The offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter. Clarkson against Carter. There's the dish to Baines. Ball's knocked loose. Clock at 4. And the Suns get it back. It's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 5.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Saric right side. Lets the three fly. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Baines has got his second bucket.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. The shot will not fall. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Clarkson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
A pretty good hustle. Clarkson out on the break. He can be dynamic there.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Sharks looking around. Here's Baines, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Suns trailing, and now the fast break. Kaminsky with the ball. Phoenix no good that time either. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 14-6 run. Clarkson, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Carter with the 3.
Using that length to bother the shooter who knows Davis can be a threat to swat one into the stand.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They did give up a couple baskets. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Well, Phoenix shooting not great, 40% for the game. And so in the game for the Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. Bridges for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Bridges has got the first field goal of the second half for Phoenix. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Put a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force. And here are the Suns now. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Booker. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Jazz have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Gobert, no good on that free throw.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. The lead is 2. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans to start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Knocked away. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in. The 3. Shot clock reset for Phoenix. Johnson. For 3, Bridges. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 7 points in the game.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And the shot goes in. O'Neal's got the lead up to 4 now for Utah.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Over to the left wing. Here's Ayton. They get the rebound. Johnson kicks to Bridges. Ayton dishes to Booker. Passes to Rubio. Here's Ayton. For 3, Bridges. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Phoenix. Saric checked in for Bridges. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And a switcher also for Utah. Clarkson's checked in.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And yes, it's good. And that's now 9 points for DeAndre Ayton.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Clarkson passes to Niang. The shot comes out, and Phoenix will come the other way. Booker outside. Ayton at the elbow. For the tie. Back to Saric, and he hits it to tie the game up. Saric has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
From down low, and no good, trying to use the glass. Pass to Booker. Now here's Ayton. For the lead. Missed. That's the end of the 3rd, and it's all. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Johnson in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Up top, Rubio, defended by Moutier. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Launches a 3.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Now the pass to Moutier. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. The Suns leading. Here's Rubio. Here's Saric. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Mitchell outside. Gets an open look and hits.
Only the one made basket in the fourth. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
Booker against Mitchell. It's stolen by Moutier. Mitchell passes to Clarkson. And the layup's good off the glass. Clarkson's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
Mitchell against Booker. Takes a 3. They get a hand on it.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Phoenix. O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Here's Clarkson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Booker looking around. Pass to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Booker outside. From deep. The rebound by the Jazz.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Saric.
And you just can't draw that up any better. It's a pivotal moment in the game, and they go with the size mismatch for the late.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Bridges comes in for Johnson. And Utah with a change here, too. Mike Conley's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. For 3, Booker. Suns keep it alive.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Now Conley. It's blocked.
Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. Rubio against Conley. Up top, Rubio. He kicks to Bridges. Here's Booker. It's good!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Inside, Ingles passes to Gobert. Yes!
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Passes it to Booker.
Kevin, this guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. O'Neal. It's good. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's Gobert. It's in!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker with it. Three-pointer. Buries the triple.
Love the confidence of Devin Booker. When he gets a screen, he knows what he wants to do.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.
Well, he's got his field goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot about how well he's been able to kind of exploit the gaps in the defense. His motion, his ability to find open spots on the floor, you can definitely see the difference.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. What is...
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Up next,
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Bridges. Dishes it to Ayton. Clock is at 3. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And there's Bridges on the assist by Ayton. Bridges has got the first points up on the board for the Suns.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight quarters. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
Now here's Paul. Last game he had 28 points. And Dort gets it to go.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Rubio against Paul. Rubio the pass to Booker. Back to Rubio. From the arc. Gallinari with the rebound. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference. Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Rubio the pass to Ayton. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. A miss that time would have put him up. Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Down low, picked off in midair. Paul with the ball. Ayton's there, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the future Hall of Famer continues to get it done. Paul is a special point guard who just wants to win.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Late in the season, Doors, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. Now Gallinari, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer, puts one up from 19. Count the basket.
Well, Steven Adams is an intelligent offensive player with very good touch. He's worked really hard on that jumper.
Kicks it out to Rubio. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:33 left in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pass to Gallinari. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And for the Suns, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio.
Come get it, come get it.
1:05 left in the first quarter. Carter looking around. He dishes it to Baines. And here's Booker from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They double him with Saric. Ferguson for 3. And Baines pulls it down. Suns leading by 7. Carter outside. Pass to Bridges. Back to Carter. And it's Bridges at the elbow. Here's Baines. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Pass to Schroeder. Will it go? That one no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because there's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point. Phoenix leading by 9.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Carter with the 3, drops in the tray. Carter's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Muscala finds Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. From 11 feet away, and it's Schroeder missing. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
For the 3, another 3 for Phoenix.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Robertson, defended by Carter. Robertson kicks to Ferguson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's Schroeder missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris. The Australian, Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Here's Ferguson, covered by Saric. Here's Muscala, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Muscala's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Carter against Schroeder. Carter right side. Saric outside. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Saric has got his second bucket of the night.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Now here's Schroeder. That misses, and he's 0 for 4. Saric looking around. Out left to the wing. 36 seconds left in the first half. Carter outside. Poked away and stolen by Robertson. Here's Ferguson. Noel dishes to Muscala. Robertson. Noel controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Carter, the pass to Saric. Here's Baines. Lets it go from deep. And that does it for the first half of play. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to out in front of the half is Phoenix. They lead by 15. Kenny, some perspective, please. And
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Ayton wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Paul for 3. They get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Tries yet again. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable. 5th in field goal percentage, 13th in rebounding, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Clock at 6, and Rubio kicks to Booker. Johnson in the corner. Over Gallinari. And the shot is long. Thunder trailing by 20. Lets it go from 11. Here's Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Rubio looking it over. He kicks to Bridges. Booker outside. Back to Bridges. Puts it up. The shot missing. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Rubio outside. Suns keep it alive. Johnson dishes to Ayton. Bridges, no one around him. And again, it's the Suns missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 18. Doris Adams, a terrific player on the floor. But you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
Ball against Rubio. Booker outside. From deep three-point range, up again, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Paul passes to Adams. Back to Paul. The dish to Adams. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Paul, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Rubio against Paul. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Gallinari surveying the D. And it's off from three-point range. Booker finds Ayton. Back to Booker. And here is Johnson. Gallinari with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Paul outside. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton. Pass to Bridges for 3. Misses there. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5 down low.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
A 3-ball. Rubio misses.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Noel passes to Diallo. Some solid defense from Saric.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Steven Adams. Schroeder against Rubio. In the corner, it's Bridges. 5 on the clock. Here's Kaminsky. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Kaminsky's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Suns. Pass to Gallinari. Noel in the corner. Schroeder outside. And here's Diallo. Drills it from outside.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
With 3, Booker sinks the triple. And the Suns lead by 18.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Schroeder against Saric. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Kaminsky.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. Phoenix leading by 20. Rubio with it. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball, close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Booker outside.
Rubio.
Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. They grab their own miss. Rubio with a wide open look. And Saric kicks to Bridges. And stolen by Noel.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Phoenix.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Dario Saric.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Baines. Shot clock at 6. And Rubio kicks to Saric. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So it's the Suns winning easily here.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of
There was no mistaking the Thunder as they got off the bus. Only one team in the league. And before we get going...
Well, the Utah Jazz tries...
Thanks, DA. Steve, tonight we have a great matchup at the center spot. Talk about how that position has evolved over the last couple of years.
I think because of the rules, Kevin, there's not a lot of space when guys are posting up because of the defensive rules right now. You can sit in a post guy's lap, especially if he's dominant. So I think guys, as a post player now, saying I got to go out to the three-point line, I got to go out to the free throw line to be able to have some spacing to make shots.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Now, here's Adams, following the miss by Michael Conley. The 3. Utah with the rebound. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, nailed from three-point land.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
And the basket by Ingles.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mitchell dishes to Ingles. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
The desire to finish. Shea has that in his DNA.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Mitchell. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Paul for 3, and the Thunder another 3.
Beautiful form on that shot. Chris Paul, one of those superstars who continually refines his game.
Here's Gobert. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Adams outside. Gallinari against Ingles. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. Off target with the jump hook. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City. They were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the paint. Here's Adams. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
They may not get the spotlight, but the Utah Jazz are one of the best run teams in the NBA. They're run as a legacy trust. That means every dime of profit goes back into the team.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Shot from the wing. Gallinari with the rebound. Steve, you were talking about the reinvestment for the Jazz. An upgraded arena, new practice facility.
Necessary moves, you know this, to stay competitive. The Jazz fans love their team, and they're showing that commitment in return.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
Doesn't have to jump much because of his length. It is unmatchable. Rudy Gobert.
Schroeder looking around. Over Moutier. Adams. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Utah leading. Here's Niang. His last outing, he had 8 points. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of this one. The first one falls. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Muscala's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. Here's Noel. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And again, Utah running the court in transition. Here's Moutier. It's tipped. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Jazz. They're up by 2. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Chris Paul.
The steals thing is...
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. Yep, that one goes. Noel's got his second basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's good, 2 points. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Muscala. It's stolen by Gobert. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah, and the shot goes down. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin. If you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans, it's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Here's Schroeder after Ed Davis's score. And here's Schroeder. Misses in close.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Davis. Moutier finds Clarkson. No good that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Muscala, and it's in there.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
Utah leading by 4. To the wing right side. Passes to Moutier. Here's Gobert. Over Noel, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
You see what that little pump fake does? It gives the defender something to think about the next time he goes to challenge Gobert's shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert. You know, it's tougher to get recognition in a small market like Utah, Smitty. Rudy Gobert says he has to do 3 times as much to draw attention.
And at the same time, his focus is still on team and winning. His leadership is very important to them.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. They lead by 4. Ingles kicks to Conley. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Back to Robertson. 3-pointer. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jazz passing it around, and that one drops for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Thunder trailing by 6. Paul outside. There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Gallinari. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
That's the result of hard work. Mitchell just gets better and better off the bounce.
Conley against Paul. Kicks it to Robertson. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Paul. That one wide left. Got it off in time. No good that time. And so it's the Utah. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points. And that
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Tips it, and it's Gallinari on the follow. Gallinari's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for Oklahoma City.
Following up on the miss, one thing about Gallinari, cannot question his work ethic.
Paul outside. Back to Adams. To the left side wing. Dort misses. It's stolen by Adams. Dort passes to Adams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Dort. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. Shot clock at 3. Paul's shot is off.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. A different look for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for O'Neal. And then for Oklahoma City, Noel comes in for Adams. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Moutier, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Moutier finds Mitchell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Ferguson, the pass to Noel. No good. Great D that time from Davis. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Ferguson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Moutier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Moutier's got the lead up to 10 now for Utah.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Diallo. Robertson kicks it over to Schroeder. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. Jazz leading by 10. Mitchell in the corner. The dish now to Moutier. Back to Mitchell. From deep. And it's Noel with the rebound.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Pass to Muscala. Back to Robertson. Pass to Ferguson. Dishes to Noel. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Noel's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder. Mitchell outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Moutier. Now here's Paul. He has 5.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
There's a certain electricity to Schroeder's game, this time with the statement finish.
It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And Noel kicks to Robertson. And the 3 off target. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. From down in the low post, it goes. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
And so it's Utah. with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. Off target from three-point range.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
And the Thunder making a change here. Oklahoma City on D. It's a 10-point game. Passes it to Clarkson. Outside Conley. The feed to Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVP?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
Here's Paul. Michael Conley making his last shot. Dort passes to Gallinari. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now Gobert. Tipped away. Just 5 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Four on the clock. The 11-footer.
Good D by Gallinari. Has a good combination of size and instincts. Can guard various positions for you.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Gobert. Good work there as it goes. Gobert's got the lead up to 14 now for Utah.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Paul against Conley. Paul left side. Dort passes to Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Chris Paul is just a master of drawing contact on shots.
He hits both from the stripe.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Conley kicks to Gobert. O'Neal passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's his work ethic. Gobert has done everything he can to become a threat offensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Clarkson. Paul outside. The 3 ball. But they get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Dort's got his first points of the night. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Gobert with it. Back to O'Neal. 13 feet away. Another shot. Gobert the pass to Clarkson. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
So often the catalyst. This time, Conley is on the finishing end off the catch.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to Adams. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. This one for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Utah.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Rudy Gobert.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Down low, Niang. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Who's got Dennis?
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Nader. Schroeder with the ball. No good with the triple. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win in one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap